Hi and welcome. I'm Tunnicliff. This is my presentation, Finding Light. I just wanted to give a huge thanks to Neil Gibson for putting together this symposium and also creating such a brilliant course. And thank you to all of the guest lecturers and a huge shout out to my fellow students. It's just been really inspiring to work with you all. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this precious land on which I am on today, pay my respects to the elders past and present, and also I pay my respects to all Indigenous persons viewing this today. A little bit about me. I'm a Kiwi. I live in Australia. My background is advertising and publishing. When the pandemic hit, I wanted to do something a little bit more meaningful. I embarked on mental health studies. I've been working as a support coordinator for people with psychosocial disability. Since venturing on Neil's course, I'm exploring setting up my own venture, Minding Light, with a focus on mindful photography at the moment, such as mindful photography, guided walks, online coaching, and workshops. Shameless plug for my little book. And a brief introduction into therapeutic photography. So I think we can all agree that the very act of photography can be therapeutic. It's so accessible, and we can take it a bit further with therapeutic photography. There must be structure and clear outcomes. The outcomes can be around building self-esteem, self-efficacy, and resilience. And a participant who engages with the photography-based activities can use this as a means for deeper exploration and really as a catalyst for communication. It's not so much about the photography itself. We can explore theory, and this can be a foundation that can help strengthen our understanding of the dynamics of using therapeutic photography in practice. And again, the theory can offer the departure points for that deep exploration, pathways for self-expression, and more meaningful communication. It's about using different aspects or particular aspects of theory to shape into the tools that will help towards achieving those positive outcomes. I think the beauty of therapeutic photography is that the techniques and tools can actually be really quite simple, but the results can be quite profound, quite powerful. Just wanted to mainly focus on the work of Seija Eukaniemi. Seija is a Finnish academic and artist. She explores through the genre of family photographs, building on the work of Christopher Musello, who classifies family photographs into 4 categories: unity, document, interaction, and identity building. Eukaniemi defines family photographs as personal photographs usually kept in the home that are taken for ordinary private use. There's nothing ordinary about that particular photograph. I think that we can expand this to encompass just the photographs of everyday life. So the world around us, the people, the objects, just our everyday life and the things that we interact with in the man-made and the natural world. Eukonimi also refers to everybody's favourite, Roland Barthes, and encourages using photographs that really resonate or have punctum. So Barthes discussed that photographs have visual codes and cultural cues that aid sense making. He discussed the studium of a photograph being those elements that we understand and that draws us in. And then he described punctum as that visceral force. It's the thing that grabs our hearts and compels us and makes us stay with the photograph. And I think that is really ties in with that deep exploration that we can achieve through this technique. Just touching back on the 4 categories: identity building, interaction, unity, and document. A photograph can be seen through the perspectives of one or more of these categories and applied to the practice of therapeutic photography. So I just wanted to try and demonstrate this through some of my own photographs. The first photograph I didn't actually take. I feature in the photograph, but I did not take it. But I still wanted to use it because I think I can apply all 4 categories to go a little bit deeper. I'm the villain being shot by the cowboy, my neighbor. This photograph, through Yukonemi's work, can be viewed as having the elements of document. It shows a suburban street, small town New Zealand, 1970s. There's identity building, which is, we were kids using our imagination and creativity. We were really influenced by movies and TV shows. The unity, we were safe to play out in the street together. And the interaction, it was a simpler time. We made our own fun. I quickly wanted to digress also that I think the 4 categories can also be linked to the actual activity of the photography. So as kids, we just absolutely loved our Kodak Instamatic cameras, film photography. We documented our surrounds, we interacted and collaborated on projects, explored identity through creativity, and we found unity in both the pursuit and the much anticipated printed results. Oh boy, and we'd wait and we'd just treasure those photographs that we'd get back from the lab. A different time, even the flops. It was great fun. Photograph 2. Pretty simple photograph, plastic jug, plastic cup, sterile kind of setting. It's actually in a hospital. I chose this photograph because I think it's a good example of how a pretty humble photograph of pretty humble everyday objects can be viewed as a catalyst for that deeper communication and exploration. And in this case, it was also about practicing mindful photography, shifting the focus, and anchoring myself. This time last year, I was in hospital after having pretty major surgery, and I really needed to find something to help calm my thoughts and anchor me. And the plastic jug and cup, I was drawn to the simple, the soft color, the simple, soothing shapes. Somehow I managed to get my wits about me to shift my focus onto those objects and make a photograph. I documented that moment in time. what was in front of me. And through that, there's an exploration of the purpose of those objects, which was really about unifying. Water unifies and connects us all. To make the photograph, I had to interact with both the low-tech devices, which is the cup, the jug, by using a high-tech device, an iPhone. Identity building, it made me, in that moment, I was really vulnerable, but there was also resilience. You know, I was able to shift my focus, anchor myself, calm my mind down just through making a simple photograph. My final photograph I wanted to explore. This photograph is a visual representation of a of my significant relationship. In one of the course lectures, Sissy Burns described how she experiences punctum as she makes the photographs. That was a real game changer for me. So I thought about studium and punctum in terms of viewing a photograph until that moment. And then I sort of realized it's about that I can use that when I'm making a photograph, and I'm learning how to use that when I'm looking through the viewfinder and that feeling I get, or letting it find me. This particular photograph, I am choosing to focus on the category of unity. I'm exploring my significant relationship, the bond that we create between us, that belonging, the sense of kinship, the camaraderie, and affinity. It's actually one of my favorite photographs that I've made since I've started exploring therapeutic and mindful photography. Just wanted to finish with this amazing quote from the amazing Judy Weiser. And that is about it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, and I really look forward to seeing everyone else's. And yeah, it's been an amazing experience so far. Thank you so much.